this week, mid-training session, because I explained where their AI conversations actually go. And I realised that I haven't explained this for a while. So everyone new here, do not put your personal information into a large language model. Do not put commercially sensitive data into a large language model. Do not put your intellectual property into a large language model. Unless you are on an enterprise tier and you personally know where your inference is happening, where the data is getting de-identified, where the obfuscation sits in front of the model, if you're not inside these processes, managing them actively, assume that you don't have them. So in August 2025, Anthropic, the safest of these companies, actually flipped its consumer terms. Your chats now train the models unless you opt out, and retention went from 30 days to 5 years. And the toggles defaulted to on. Then when we look at researchers at Stanford, led by privacy scholar Jennifer King, they went through the policies of all 6 major US AI developers. Every single one feeds user inputs back into their models. The only variable is how much control you get. And then finally, Anthropic also agreed to pay $1.5 billion to settle claims that it trained on pirated books. And that's the company that's settled. The others are still in active litigation. These companies were built on the back of other people's work, taken first and then lawyered up later. That's the trust baseline that we're working with. And I'm not saying this to take down a single company, because it's actually not about a single company. It's about the system. Your data is what makes these systems valuable. And that's not just your documents. It's how you think. It's how you frame a question, work a problem, correct a mistake. Every session is recording that sort of chain of reasoning, and reasoning is exactly what they're trying to bottle. Yoshua Bengio, one of the founders of this whole field, now runs a nonprofit called Law Zero, making a version of this argument. So systems are trained to optimize outcomes, and those outcomes develop appetites. So his blunt version is reinforcement learning teaches AI to chase the goal, whatever it takes. And even in companies' own safety testing, models have already been caught gaming their evaluations, deceiving people testing them. So his proposed fix is that AI that is safe by design needs to be built so it doesn't want anything, which tells you exactly what these current systems want. The incentive gradient points towards one thing, towards your data permanently. None of this means complete abstinence. Small local language models exist. They run where your data lives. It never leaves if that's what you'd like. And there are genuinely good people in the community building constrained, boring, trustworthy setups. And I'm saying boring as the most complete of compliments. But until you're the one holding the architecture, hold on to your data, because every AI chat is a trade where they answer your question once and you're actually teaching them how to think forever. I watched a